Hey Brickmaniacs, welcome back to another Monday Sit Rep. We got a lot of awesome stuff returning to brickmania.com, including 4 restock pre-orders that are going to be eligible today only for that 15% off drop date discount coupon code. So make sure to take advantage of that, especially if you're moving on something that maybe you missed out on the initial batch for. Otherwise, remember, we are still running that perfect caliber special as well. Buy 3, get a 4th free, both in stores and online, all the way through Thursday. So make sure to take advantage of that. Otherwise, let's check out some new stuff, some old stuff, and some stuff that's coming back. Dive on in. All right, so I know the Jayhawk is kind of our featured restock pre-order this week, but I'm starting things off here with the European City tram, and that is because I do not think we've had a chance to take a look at this incredible model with all of its printed details. I'm pretty sure this is the first restock since it's sold out on its initial batch. So I got it set up on some tracks here. I just wanted to give it a nice spin so that everybody can see all of these epic details. Some cracked windows, lots and lots of printed elements. You can see that minifig there in the front, opening doors on the side. A lot of cool stuff to love about this build. Now, I know I don't have a lot of tracks set up here, but as you can see, it moves right along there nice and easy. I'm sure it would flow very, very well motorized. A little closer look there at some of those prints. The design itself is nice and sturdy, not too terribly complicated. And so I think the real highlight of this kit comes from the artwork that's been packed onto it, which, as you can see, there's absolutely no shortage of. Those are the Lego train wheels with that rubber friction band on them. And it's got pretty much everything else you would need if you wanted to work this into an already existing train or start one. It's also nice and easy to remove the roof, so you've got plenty of place to store and pose your civilian minifigures. And then it comes with a very unique but also very, very detailed minifigure as well. You're definitely not going to find a plethora of these in the Brickmania collection anyways, so if you're liking this minifigure and you're a train collector, this is definitely a must-have in your collection. All right, and now we're moving on to the Jayhawk, which you can see here once again in all of its printed glory. Also got it set up with the stand and the crew of 4 down here at the bottom. I know we've done, I think, a full designer studio on this kit already, so I won't spend too terribly much time on it, but just letting it get a spin so you can see all of those awesome details, all the cross-element printing to complete the color schemes. Obviously that winch in there. Very, very solid design all around. Just a quick look here at some of the printed elements in the interior of this helicopter. Because obviously some of the most epic printed details are hidden on the inside. A little closer look here at the crew I mentioned earlier. 3 crewmen and a diver, all with some nice uniqueness and updated artwork between the 4 of them. Up next is the Bradley, which this Monday must just be a major restock for our UV team here, because all of these builds have a lot of printing going on here. You can see that reactive armor along the side of this, texture printed and all over this build. If you guys are fans of the sit rep or have tuned in recently, not too terribly long ago, we did a side-by-side with the previous Bradley as opposed to this update, so that you could see kind of some of the differences, some of the alterations that were made. There weren't too terribly many of them. The real upgrade, excuse me, is the printing. But there were some subtle differences and play functions that allowed this one to roll a little bit smoother and just kind of complete the look with some updated parts. It does come with one of those now old school minifigures. Used to be the modern tanker, but we've since upgraded. So if you're looking to get your hands on somewhat of a legacy kit, I'm sure it'll be a while before we revisit this again. So if it's one of the ones you want in your collection, I'd pick it up. Up next, T-3476, also back, I believe, for the first time since its initial release. Some subtle printed details, but nothing gaudy, no red stars or anything. Hanging out on this build. A nice update in terms of scaling to get that chassis correct for kind of the entire platform of these T-34 tanks as the turret continues to evolve into the 85, etc. So this was a nice base for us to be able to continue to build off of. If you're interested in hearing a little bit more about this tank, check out our Designer Studio channel because Nate talks a little bit more about the challenge of making sure that this chassis and everything was integrated properly to be able to revive this lineup. Also comes with that minifigure there. I'll catch him when he comes around the other side. Nice price point, solid build, very sturdy. Looks clean. Love that angling in the front there. That's really sharp looking. And obviously there's your minifigure there as well with that custom created headpiece. And finally here we're taking a closer look at a pair of minifigs restocking on brickmania.com. There are a couple of others as well, but this is the Korean War Chinese infantry coming around here along with that perfect caliber Papa Shaw, but with the stick clip, I want to say it is, instead of the drum clip. That is included with the figure. And then coming around here is the Yomper, which features that incredible rucksack backpack that they've got going on there, as well as that custom created and UV printed beret. Both of them excellent minifigures, both of them not restocked too terribly often. So if they're on your list, you missed them the first go around, make sure to scoop them up here as well. All right, Brick Maniacs, that'll just about do it for me here on a Monday. Make sure to take advantage of those perfect caliber brick arm savings all the way through Thursday, and pay attention to social media as we prepare for another Wednesday drop. Otherwise, we'll tune in, we'll check in a little bit later this week. Thank you very much for watching. And for a limited time, get a free MRE with every purchase of $6,000 or more. I'm totally kidding, this is not a real promotion.